Hello Dub Nation, it's always a thrill to connect with you, especially as we're about to reveal the latest news that could shape the fate of our beloved Golden State Warriors. But before we dive into this whirlwind of information, let me make a friendly request. Show us some love by clicking the like button to strengthen our bond, and hey, if you are not subscribed yet, join our channel for a thrilling and emotional journey. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game. Analysts' insight: the Warriors roster is fatally flawed. Despite having the highest payroll in the league, the Golden State Warriors find themselves in a precarious position this offseason, lacking a genuine second star to support Stephen Curry. The focus has been on potential trades to acquire this elusive second star, but perhaps the spotlight should also be on the dire state of the Warriors' current roster construction. Bill Simmons analysis: a roster built for failure. Bill Simmons' recent podcast episode on NBA contracts provides a damning perspective on the Warriors' situation. He argues that a team can be absolutely murdered by overpaying non-all-star players, a situation that perfectly describes the Warriors' current predicament. If you're paying non-all-stars over $20 million, I think it's a recipe for just being terrible. That's the surest thing we know about the NBA over the past 20 years. It's that specific salary range where it's not quite franchise player money, but it's a level below. That's where you get absolutely killed. Bill Simmons. Simmons' insight sheds light on why Joe Lacob's lavish spending hasn't translated into on-court success. With a payroll topping the league, one would expect at least a solid playoff run. Instead, the Warriors stumbled early and failed to recover, leading to a play-in tournament exit. The Warriors' costly mistakes. Golden State's financial commitment to 4 players this season, Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green, amounts to $120 million. None of these players approached all-star caliber performances. Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, and Andrew Wiggins each had their worst seasons in the past decade. Draymond Green faced 2 suspensions, missing 21 games. These 4 players, each earning over $20 million annually, failed to deliver the value expected of their hefty contracts. Simmons' critique underscores the flaw in this financial strategy. Future implications and necessary moves. Green and Wiggins are locked in for at least $24 million annually over the next 3 seasons, with neither likely to return to all-star form barring a major turnaround. The Warriors might part ways with Thompson and Paul soon, yet re-signing Thompson would still likely demand over $20 million per year. This analysis isn't a novel critique of the Warriors' struggles but rather a precise illustration of their roster woes. It reinforces the urgent need for a legitimate second all-star. The Warriors' best path forward might involve trading Wiggins and/or Paul, along with young assets and future draft picks, to acquire this star. In conclusion, the Warriors' predicament is a textbook case of how misallocated salaries can cripple a team's potential. If they are to reclaim their dominance, strategic roster adjustments are imperative. Former teammates' memories highlight Warriors' stars' relentless competitiveness. When all is said and done, Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry will be remembered as one of the most selfless stars in NBA history. This was never more evident than in 2016, when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors. The superstar forward's seamless integration into the team was largely due to Curry's willingness to share the spotlight with another of the league's all-time greats. However, it seems the 2-time MVP didn't always sit comfortably with Durant taking all the credit for the team's success. Nick Young's recollections of the 2018 Finals perfectly illustrate Stephen Curry's fierce competitiveness. During a recent appearance on the Gil's Arena show, former teammate of Durant and Curry, and NBA champion, Nick Young, shared a revealing story about Curry's reaction after Game 3 of the 2018 Finals, a moment that may have cost him the series MVP. "I remember they were neck and neck between KD and Steph. Then Steph had a bad game, KD was hitting. In the locker room, Steph's head was down, almost crying. Yeah, after a win, man, he wanted to win that thing." Nick Young. Durant delivered a classic finals performance with 43 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists, offsetting Curry's 11 points on 3 of 16 shooting, while Klay Thompson added only 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Durant's heroics led the Warriors to a 110-102 victory. Although Curry rebounded with a 37-point explosion to complete the sweep over the Cleveland Cavaliers, his chances of being Finals MVP had already slipped away. Durant took home the MVP award for the second consecutive year, averaging 28.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists throughout the series. Curry's impressive averages of 27.5 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 6.8 assists suggested that even a modest Game 3 performance might have secured him the MVP title. Curry himself stated that his disappointment was purely about his poor performance in Game 3, not the finals MVP factor. Nonetheless, this incident underscored his often overlooked relentless competitiveness, a defining trait on his path to greatness. This individual setback in 2018 undoubtedly fueled Curry's determination to finally capture the elusive Finals MVP, which he achieved in his crowning moment against the Boston Celtics in 2022. Steve Kerr of the Warriors reveals comparison between Stephen Curry and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is poised for greatness. Much like the transformative stars before her, she has the potential to redefine the game in a way few have. Stephen Curry's arrival at the Golden State Warriors revolutionized the NBA, eliminating traditional mid-range sets and promoting a more dynamic, five-out play style. While Clark, now with the Indiana Fever, hasn't yet had such an impact on the WNBA, she certainly has the potential to alter her opponent's strategies and rotations significantly. According to Steve Kerr, it's only a matter of time before her stats and accolades skyrocket. Since joining the Fever, Clark has experienced growing pains and faced intense defensive coverage unlike anything she saw at Iowa. Many fans expected her to be an immediate game-changer, but the reality for rookies is often more complex. Steve Kerr emphasized that these challenges are part of the natural journey to stardom. Speaking to Stephanie Ruhle of MSNBC, the Warriors coach drew a compelling comparison between Clark and the greatest shooter of all time. "I think it's a rite of passage for young players, whether in the WNBA or NBA. Other players will test you. Caitlin reminds me a lot of Steph Curry. Many people may not remember, but in Steph's early years, he wasn't a superstar. He had to get stronger and learn to deal with the constant pressure. That's what Caitlin is experiencing right now," said Steve Kerr. Statistical comparisons between the Warriors legend and the Fever rookie. Kerr makes an excellent point. In his first 3 years with the Warriors, Stephen Curry never averaged more than 20 points per game, despite playing over 31 minutes a night when healthy. Clark mirrors this early career trajectory. Currently, she's averaging 16.3 points per game with a shooting accuracy of 37.3% across all levels, a respectable start given the transition from college to professional play. Another factor Kerr notes is the immense scrutiny Clark faces. As one of the most highly touted prospects her league has ever seen, she's a focal point for opposing coaches. Tight defenses and frequent blitzes meet her as soon as she crosses midcourt. Despite these challenges, Kerr remains optimistic about her future. "It's all part of the competition. She's handling it beautifully. Caitlin is an incredible player, but like any college player transitioning to the WNBA or NBA, it takes time. They need to get stronger and adjust to the physicality and athleticism. She's going to be fine, and everything she's experiencing now is part of being a professional," Kerr added. While there are many adjustments ahead for Clark, Curry's path offers hope. Curry didn't earn his first All-Star selection until his 5th year. Clark has plenty of time to grow, and with her talent and determination, she might even surpass the achievements of the Warriors legend.